Today, we dive into the latest polling data from all 50 states as we analyze the current state of the 2024 presidential race between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Explore the most recent developments, including key battleground states like North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona, and Michigan. Play a pivotal role in deciding the outcome of this election, so stay tuned for an in-depth look at where each candidate stands as the race heats up. Carolina. In North Carolina, Trump holds a narrow 1% lead with 49% of the vote compared to Harris's 48%. In Maine, Harris is ahead with 54% compared to Trump's 41%, giving her a 13% lead. In Maine's 1st District, Nevada, Harris holds a 2% lead in Nevada with 49% to Trump's 46%. Vermont. Harris is dominating in Vermont with 70% of the vote, while Trump holds 29%, a 41% lead for Harris. North Carolina. In North Carolina, Trump is leading with 48.4%, while Harris trails closely with 48.2%. This state is a true toss-up, with Trump ahead by just 0.2%. Arizona is a crucial battleground where Trump leads with 49% of the vote compared to Harris's 47%. It's a tight race with Trump holding a 2% lead. California is a key state where Trump holds 49%, narrowly leading Harris, who has 45%. Trump has a slim 3% advantage here. Nebraska District 2. Harris is ahead in Nebraska's 2nd District with 50%, while Trump is at 42%, giving Harris an 8% lead. Wisconsin. Harris is slightly ahead in Wisconsin, holding 49% to Trump's 47%, giving her a 2% advantage. Washington. In Washington, Harris is leading with 53%, while Trump holds 32%. A 21% advantage for Harris. Maryland. Harris is ahead by a wide margin in Maryland with 61% of the vote, while Trump holds 33%, a 28% lead. In Oregon, Harris leads with 49% compared to Trump's 44%, giving her a 5% advantage. California. Kamala Harris is comfortably leading in her home state of California with 59% of the vote, compared to Trump's 33%, giving her a 25% lead. Montana. Trump is ahead in Montana with 57%, while Harris has 39%, giving Trump an 18% lead. Massachusetts. Harris leads comfortably in Massachusetts with 62%, compared to Trump's 33%, giving her a 29% lead. Ohio. Trump leads in Ohio with 52%, while Harris has 43%, putting him ahead by 9%. Texas. Trump holds the lead in Texas with 50%, while Harris is at 44%, giving Trump a 5% edge. West Virginia. Trump is far ahead in West Virginia, with 61% of the vote compared to Harris's 34%, giving him a 27% lead. New Mexico. Harris is ahead in New Mexico, with 49% of the vote, compared to Trump's 41%, a 7% lead. Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, Harris leads by 1%, with 48% of the vote to Trump's 47%. In Delaware, Harris leads comfortably with 55%, while Trump has 36%, giving her an 18% lead. Leads comfortably with 61%, compared to Trump's 34%, a 27% advantage. Virginia. Harris leads Virginia with 50% of the vote, compared to Trump's 42%, a 7% advantage. Rhode Island. Harris holds a 16% lead in Rhode Island with 57% of the vote, while Trump has 40%. Georgia. In Georgia, Trump leads by just 1% with 49% to Harris's 48%, another incredibly close race. Georgia. Trump also leads by 1% in Georgia with 49% of the vote compared to Harris's 48%. Another tight race in a key state. Arizona. Arizona is another battleground where Trump leads by 1%, holding 48% of the vote compared to Harris's 47%. In Minnesota, Harris leads with 49%, compared to Trump's 43%, giving her a 5% advantage. Iowa. In Iowa, Trump holds a solid 5% lead with 49% of the vote compared to Harris's 44%. Ohio. Trump has a significant lead in Ohio with 52% of the vote compared to Harris's 43%, giving him an 8% advantage. New Hampshire. Harris is ahead in New Hampshire with 52% compared to Trump's 43%, giving her a 9% lead. Trump leads by 10% in South Carolina with 52% of the vote compared to Harris's 42%. Missouri. Trump leads in Missouri with 53%, while Harris is at 42%, an 11% lead for Maine District 2. Trump holds a narrow lead in Maine's 2nd District with 48%, while Harris has 47%, a slim 1% difference. Iowa. Trump is ahead in Iowa with 47% of the vote, while Harris has 43%, a 4% lead for Trump. Nevada. Harris leads in Nevada with 49% of the vote, compared to Trump's 47%, giving her a 2% advantage. New York leans towards Harris, who has 54% compared to Trump's 41%, a 13% lead. Florida. In the crucial swing state of Florida, Trump leads by 3%, with 49% of the vote compared to Harris's 46%. Utah. Trump has a commanding lead in Utah with 60% compared to Harris's 28%, giving him a 32% advantage. Pennsylvania. A critical swing state, Harris holds a razor-thin lead of 0.1% with 47.9% to Trump's 47.8%. This one could go either way. North Dakota. Trump holds a commanding 27% lead in North Dakota, with 59% of the vote compared to Harris's 32%. Oklahoma. Trump leads comfortably in Oklahoma with 56%, compared to Harris's 40%, giving him a 16% lead. New Hampshire. Harris is ahead in New Hampshire with 52% of the vote, while Trump holds 43%. Harris has a comfortable 9% lead. Alaska. Trump leads in Alaska with 47%, while Harris trails with 42%, giving him a 5% advantage. Arkansas with 55%, while Harris has 40%, giving Trump a 15% lead. Nebraska. Trump holds a strong lead in Nebraska with 54% of the vote, while Harris has 37%, a 17% advantage for Trump. Indiana. Trump holds a strong lead in Indiana with 56% of the vote compared to Harris's 39%, giving him a 16% advantage.